Now we'll go back to the upper body and add the extra movement we need based off of the steps. We're going to start with the translate X, or side to side, of the upper body, and what we're also going to do is actually animate the hands or the arms at the same time when we need to, and then offset them afterwards so they're not moving the same time the upper body is. So we'll show our curves, and we'll select our MIK controls and also our center of gravity. With them selected, we'll show our graph editor, and let's just go to our translate X channel since we're just focusing on them. There we go. We'll frame it and begin. So what we want to do is look for the point of time at which the foot is about up the most. Okay, so here on frame 5, as that right foot's up, we're going to want to bring the character more to his left so it'll stay balanced. So let's do that. Just translate him to the left. Not too much. Okay, so here's what we get. Alright, great. Then he's going to be shifting to his right for that left footstep. But right now he's doing that too fast and he's coming over too far. Probably want him to move over to his right the most at about frame 12. So first off, what we can do is just select these keys on frame 10 and move it to frame 12 by typing in that value. And then on frame 12, we'll just translate the character a little bit more to his left, so he's not going that far over to his right. Great. So that's looking good. Now we'll move on. And here, at about this point, the character is going to be planting his hands on the crate, so we can deselect the hands right now and worry about them towards the end of the animation as they swing down. So since we're just focusing on the upper body now, we can just frame our F curve and continue. Again, looking at the steps. So here, as that left foot's coming up, it's at about its height on 23. So on 23, we'll translate the character a little bit more to his left for that right foot coming up. Great. Then when it plants, the character will start shifting a little bit to his right, not only for that left footstep coming up, but also for a little bit of follow through there. And I actually like this pose on frame 29, just before the left foot's coming up. So what we can do is just use our insert key tool and just insert a key there on 29 to preserve the position and the animation here. We'll go to it in our toolbar and middle mouse button click right there to insert the key. Great. Then we can hit W to come out of it so we'll be able to move our keys when we need to. And now that left foot is up at its height on about frame 32, so what we can do is actually take this key on 32 and let's bring it down a little bit more, bringing the character more to his right to fix the pose, to keep him balanced there. Great. And now he'll start shifting a little bit to his left. Okay. At about the time the right foot's coming up. So on frame 39, we'll shift him slightly to his left, not much at all. Okay. And then on about 44, when the right foot's up the most, we'll bring him a little bit more to his left. Great. And I think we could even adjust the tangency here. So let's do that. We don't want to adjust it too much where it's smooth, okay, but just at about here so we could get some nice timing in the shift. Okay, we don't want a smooth shift. We want it to appear as if he's slowly moving to his left and then shifts, really shifts as he lifts up that foot. Okay. Alright, so now we will move on. And at around here, we do want him moving more to his right, but not as much as he is right now. Okay. So in order to fix this, let's go to frame 50 and we'll just translate him very slightly to his left. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Alright, that's better. And then we can adjust our tangency here on 50. Okay, great. And now we're at about the point where he's pushing off. And as he's raising up the heel of his right foot, he's going to want to shift his weight over to his left to stay balanced. So on frame 73, let's have him do that. Shift to his left. Okay, to stay balanced, go ahead and select just the translate X there. And because of this key on frame 70, we're going to get this weird movement from frame 70 to 73. So we don't even need this key now on 70. Let's delete it to fix that up so that as the foot's rolling up, he's moving to his left. Great. And now here's where we bring the arms back. So let's select our RMIK controls. And with them now added to our selection, we'll go to our translate X of them, and then we could deselect their RMIK node here, just so we only get their X. And then we'll hit F to make sure we have all of our keys in our selection. And right now it's still just grabbing the center of gravity, so let's deselect in our graph editor and hit F again so we can get all of the keys. And what we'll do here is basically set a key for the arms, just like we did to the center of gravity, how we have a key on 73. We want to have the arms at about this position on 73. So in order to do that, what we'll do is select the F curves of our arms, okay, and then we'll hit Y so we can go to our last tool. And on frame 73, we could just simply hit the middle mouse button to insert a key right there on 73. And notice what the insert key tool did. As long as your F curve is selected, if you set a key, it will set a key on whatever F curve that you did have selected. So it's a great tool, okay, for really setting keys where you want them to be. Great. Now once we've done that, let's delete these excess keys on our RMIK controls, okay, because we won't need them. And now, as the character's bringing back his right foot, we're going to want to go ahead and shift his weight on frame 79 to keep him balanced. So we'll shift his weight to his left here. And then on the plant, a little bit afterwards, like on about frame 85, just before he's about to lift up his left foot, let's shift him back to his right, like that. And then as that left foot's coming up, it's at about its height on 89, so we'll bring him a little bit more to his right. Okay, and then on the plant, we'll have him shift over to his left for the follow through there, just slightly. Okay, and then back to his right very slightly for follow through after. Okay, great. So once we have these poses in for our Translate X, we're going to stop the lesson here, and in the next lesson we're just going to continue working on adjusting our Translate X channels of the upper body.